captivating time-lapse view of the traffic on the historic 3rd Avenue Bridge, a landmark here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. A contest in the West will see if the Timberwolves can please this home crowd. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Mbah-a-Moute in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Wiggins. Wide open. And Paul pulls it down. Last season for Chris Paul, another strong season. Yet quite a year for him in terms of media hype. He was as strong as ever on the court and off the court.
And that's a great point. You know, he did kind of fly under the radar. It's hard to imagine a first-team Hall of Famer in the future could do that, but a lot of it had to do with Steph Curry kind of coming on to the scene, splashing on the scene, if you will. But he is still one of the top point guards in our league.
On defense, the Timberwolves. Griffin a screen on Rubio. Paul kicks to Jordan. And stolen by Wiggins. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Hey guys, for Zach LaVine, once he finally got comfortable last season, boy, did he heat up. He shot 42% over his rookie year, but 47% over the last month. And I think that gave him a lot of confidence as he's entering into year 2.
You know, as Greg was talking about, LaVine was a lights-out shooter at times in college. He would go on these binges, falling back, Clark, from 25 feet and draining it. I mean, unreal shots.
Well, it looks good when they're going down, but he also can bend, shoot you out of a game. So you pick your poison.
Minnesota with the ball, following the shot by Chris Paul.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Kicks to Redick. Passes to Jordan. It's tipped. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And the basket by Rubio.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now here's Griffin. They set the pick. Up off the screen. Begins with the block. Bean passes to Rubio. Here's Wiggins. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Minnesota.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Here's Mbah-a-Moute, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. 5 on the clock. Here's Redick. And the Clippers miss again.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams.
Clippers trail by 7. Paul outside. 1:57 left to play in the first. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. He dishes it to Jordan, and they double up Jordan. The Clippers need to get off a shot to stop the run. And again, no good by the Clippers.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
LaVine kicks to Rubio, takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Rubio's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. And here is Los Angeles now. 9-point game. Paul dishes to Jordan. To the paint, puts it up from 12. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Jordan. Griffin's got his first points of the game.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Pass to LaVine. There's the pick. There's the pass to Towns from the wing. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Spates checked in for Jordan. Bass comes in for Blake Griffin. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Mbamute. And it's Felton in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Crawford. Bass with the screen. It's Crawford with the drive. And yes, sir, that one drops. And for LaVine and his dunking, if you saw him in college or last season, you knew he was a very special player in the air.
Well, LaVine can be one of the great all-time dunkers with his height and ability to lift off. He gets airborne so effortlessly that there are few that can match his power and finesse once he's airborne.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Crawford left side for the three. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Crawford's got 5.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
Timberwolves leading by 6. Here's Dunn. Pass to Pekovic. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead, and if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
You know that it's very, very true.
And, Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
They've got Andrew Wiggins. Pekovic is out there with Hill. Then there's the general, and it's Muhammad in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Wiggins passes to Dunn. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Clippers trail by 8. The dish to Bass. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Hill kicks to Muhammad with the shot. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well. And obviously, Chris Paul's one of the most highly recognized players in the game. High school All-American, college All-American, NBA Rookie of the Year. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Gorgie Dang comes in for Jordan Hill. Levine's checked in for Shabazz Muhammad. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dunn. And then for Los Angeles, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Spates. Griffin comes in for Brandon Bass. And Mbamute comes in for Chris Paul. Highly decorated Chris Paul, multiple NBA All-Team selections, all defensive team selections. No MVP yet. It's probably right around the corner, though, for him.
Yeah, you know what? He's only worried about one thing, though, and that's hoisting that Larry O'Brien championship trophy at some point in his career.
LaVine kicks to Zhang. Here's Rubio, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Well, I tell you what, Ricky Rubio has everything you want out of a player except one thing. He has to learn to shoot it better. Rubio can defend, he can pass, he can lead a team, but until he becomes a better shooter, I think he's going to short-circuit his potential.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And back to Ricky Rubio for a moment, who certainly is at the hub of what this team does averaging over 8 assists a game for his career through last season. If he can stay healthy, gain some weight, this is a guy to watch.
It really is. And listen, they're also built now for him because they got those great athletic wings. And if he can shoot it a little bit better, I mean, I think he's going to have more opportunities to spread the floor and drive and make plays. And for his first 4 seasons in the league, never hit over 38%. That's not going to get it done at the highest level.
Shot clock at 5. At the top of the key, Towns. Wiggins from outside. But they get it back. And Zhang kicks to Levine. To the wing on the left. The drive by Rubio. That's good. Rubio's got 8.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And Ricky Rubio, one of the youngest international basketball stars ever.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
Even then, powerful teams in Europe were all vying for his services.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. 2 minutes. Felton dishes to Griffin. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And going back to Rubio, Clark, his natural instincts in every phase of the game, as Greg was just talking about, are really second to none. In 06, he led Spain to a championship, registering 3 triple-doubles and 1 quadruple-double.
Wow. Despite those gaudy numbers, you just never know with an international star if, in fact, his game will translate to the NBA. Rubio's game obviously has.
Well, it didn't take long for us to see just how explosive Andrew Wiggins can be in the air. I mean, had a handful of huge dunks throughout the course of the season. He's going to make a lot of posters during his NBA career.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Rubio the pass to Towns. On the wing, Wiggins. And then jammed down as it goes right over Blake Griffin.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Griffin sets the screen for Reddick. Clock at 6. Can't convert after the good screen. Well, Greg, you're right. It's clear to see with Wiggins. He is already fearless with his dunks. Clark, he'll go right at any big man with impunity and finish over him.
Yeah, and I think people knew he was a special dunker, but they didn't know how aggressive he would be in attacking the basket. That's where he surprised folks.
And the wide-open shot from Reddick. Another one falls to the Clippers.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Rubio. No good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And Reddick kicks to Mbamute. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Baseline J on the way, and he gets it back. And so that's the end of the first half. Timberwolves lead